Hello and welcome to Alex's Model Kits. This is just a quick update on the Battle of Britain group build that I'm working with at the moment. The 1/48 scale Spitfire. I haven't started. What I thought I'd do is sort of an in-box review for what you get in the kit. Well, maybe the best thing to do is look at that right now. So this kit was released in 2010 and was replaced by Airfix this year with a brand new tool, of which I've heard good reports. But what was the old one like? Well, the instructions are typically Airfix, nice and clear, with each step uncluttered, and I find fairly easy to follow. Over recent years, Airfix have included a very nice colour printout of the colour scheme and decal layout, and this is no exception. A nice large A4 sheet for the primary colour scheme, in this case the 1940 version of the Spitfire. And on the reverse we have two additional colour schemes, one for 1939 and the other for 1941. I will be building the 1940 version as it's for the Battle of Britain group build. Onto the plastic, and in this kit you get 6 large sprues, plus 2 clear sprues. Airfix are clearly working on an economy of scale with their kits, as the clear sprue on the left contains a bubble canopy that only appeared on the later versions of the Spitfire. The clear sprue on the right has the canopy used by the very early Spitfire, which didn't use a blown canopy at the time. The moulding of the parts looks fairly good, perhaps a little soft around certain panel lines, but the detail itself is very good, with a nice definition of fabric control surfaces compared to the metal wings and tail. Generally the panel line detail looks good and will hopefully stand out well with a wash. The internal parts look nicely done, with the cockpit console looking very good indeed. Hopefully I can do it a bit of justice whilst painting it. There is a little flash in places, particularly on the pilot, unless he's got large ears. But on the whole, there's nothing too bad in terms of flash that can't be cleaned up with a little light sanding. The overall detail of the kit is very good. So there we are. That's the Airfix Spitfire 1/48 scale. I just want to stress and reiterate, it's not the latest tooling. Airfix brought out a brand new tooling of both the Hurricane and the Spitfire this year, 2015. This is not that kit. This is an older kit, but I think it looks really good. I mean, I'm not sure what you think of it based on what I've shown. I hope I've managed to sort of do it justice in the photographs. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to making it. I think it looks good. I think there's a nice attention to detail. I think it's very finely moulded. There's not a great deal of flash going on. Most of it is really on the pilot and nothing else. So I'm hoping it's going to fit together quite nicely, and I think it's hopefully should come together to make up a really good, nice sized Spitfire. So there we are. I'll let you know how I get on with that, hopefully next week. Regarding the Hampton, I'm also making a Hadley Page Hampton as part of the group build. Here it is. I'm making a bit of progress here and there on that kit. I've run into a small problem, which is, it's not a problem, it's just a bit of a hiccup really. I've got a missing part. The wheels come in 2 separate halves, and the hubs also come in 2 separate halves, and I'm missing one of the hubs, or one half of the hub. Now I know Airfix generally, I believe they've been quite good at sending spare parts to customers, but I also know that they've gone through a bit of a reorganisation with their warehouse, and I think I've read on a few forums here and there that various people are finding that Airfix are a bit slow at sending stuff out, presumably because they're so busy getting on with the reorganisation. So it's unlikely, if I get in touch with them, it's unlikely I'll get the spare part sent to me in time for this group build. So I think what I'll do instead is I've got some plastic art left over from my Millennium Falcon build, and I think it's a hub. It's just a fairly circular piece of kit. I reckon I can probably get something together which looks, it's not going to look great, but I think it will look good enough, bearing in mind this kit is pretty ugly anyway. I think it'll be good enough to get me through. So that's what I'm going to do, scratch build a half a hub. So there we are. That's pretty much it. I hope you're all well, and thank you for watching, and I will see you again at some point. Okay, thanks and goodbye.